I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. How is everyone today? Are you good? I'm good. I'm excited. I'm excited for today because it's Songkran. It's Thai New Year. So Sawadee Pimai means Happy New Year. And so it's a time of year when we bless each other with water. Hey! So I'm wearing my bikini, my fanciest bikini that I think anyone ever had. I love this dress bikini thing. But I'm working first. Hi, Maria. So I'm going to be pulling some cards out for the collective, doing some channeling for the collective as usual this morning, but I'm also going to be giving mini reads as well for donations. So if you're interested in one of those and you're on here live with me, check out the live chat. There's a pinned comment. There's a comment that's pinned up top of it. Excuse me. That helps you do that. That tells you how to do that. There's a PayPal link in there for your donations. You can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker if you'd like to. And after you've done your donation, you can put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in or general guidance or whatever it is that you want from me. So let's get some cards out. We've got acceptance. Yeah. It's like the love what is card. Love what is. That's not good news. That means I'm not really going to love what is, but you're telling me to love what is. Acceptance. Okay, what do we need to accept? This little plant got some water yesterday and it doesn't like it. It'll recover. It just has to accept it, doesn't it? Okay, what about a kitty cat? The island is extremely busy again. It's so strange. It's so strange after 2 years, more than 2 years, of it being super, super quiet. There have been so many people here. And it's just like a reminder of what it used to be like. I like both, really. A friend was saying yesterday, I saw her on the beach, and she said, I don't like it. She said, it's giving me anxiety. I got used to it. I'd got used to the island being really quiet, and I really liked it too. But I like this as well. I like the mixture. You know, I've always lived in holiday places, apart from when I was living in Birmingham in the UK. When I was at uni, I've always lived in holiday places. And for that very reason, I like the changes. I like the difference in it. I love it when it's packed and it's really busy, and I love the down times where it's just the community. Love both. Jonathan, you lost your job. Oh no. You got an interview later that. Yay. But I was turned down. Oh no. Next has got to be good news. Hey, Carrie. You've got imagination and wild here. Ooh. Okay, so if nothing's happening or if something's happening that you don't like, we've got that acceptance card out. But imagination and wild, let your imagination run wild. I think we're in manifestation mode. In the energy update today, I didn't really pick up on it because I was going on about the same thing. But there was also the magician in there along with the 10 of emotions. And so we're manifesting really good things. And so we need to be in our imaginations and be manifesting right now. We do. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah. Change, change. We go through these changes. It's always stressful, isn't it? But it works out in the end, Jonathan. Don't you find? Let's get some more cards out for the collective before I get to you. Show you the cards. It's still working for you, but I'll find out the details about that. Reflect. We've got to reflect. Peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. What's a match to you at the moment? What's being reflected back to you at the moment? There could be new matches coming up. That's a reason sometimes, Jonathan, as well, that we get moved on, is that we've got different matches to our vibration now. So you could be calling something new in. But still, it's stressful, isn't it? Well, let's find out for you. What's next for Jonathan? It is still working for you. Why is Jonathan being moved on? Universe? You see, you got something coming. Wait. You got something coming. You got be still, keep quiet, and allow. Something is unfolding. Allow yourself to go through this process. It does suck. I'm not trying to say, oh, be happy about it and just like skip away when you get the sack or someone dumps you and, all of these things. No, we would be psychotic if we were like that. We've got to feel it, right? And it does suck when we go through these kind of changes. And so it's saying allow yourself to go through that process. But we do tend to turn around to the more positive, don't we? Or we realize, I'm actually a little bit happier now I'm not doing that job because there was that thing about it or that thing about it that wasn't really me. Or our mind starts going to the, well, maybe something else is more suited to me. I'm kind of going through that at the moment too. Hey, Timothy. In that this week, past 7 days, my business has been quieter than usual. And meanwhile, in my headspace, I've been busier than usual with the new business, the gym. And I thought, what if the gym takes over? Would I be happy? Is that my next growth path? Because coming from a point of view of I didn't want anything to interfere with this business, it's so exciting. The gym is so exciting, and the teamwork involved in it. And that we're a family. It's really exciting to me personally for my growth and leading and all of that kind of thing. And maybe it is, and I'm open to that. Like if this business, well, YouTube is tanking on me, so if my business is going down with this, maybe it is time to focus on the gym. Maybe it'll come back. But anyway, there's a process to it all. And at first we're like, I don't want this. And then we're like, maybe. Anyway. So you're going to transform first and then reach out. That means about reaching out for a job. Hang on. Let's find out more about that. So what this is saying, be still, keep quiet, and allow. Allow yourself to go through the process. That means stop looking for jobs right now. There'll come a point where your mindset is shifted. It doesn't have to be long, but if you just take that, the pressure off yourself to get a job now, while your mindset is still in that, it sucks, I lost my job mindset, then there'll come a point where you've got a slight shift in the mindset and it's a bit more positive, and that'll be the time to reach out. It's when you feel, when you're feeling different. When you've decided it's a good thing to have this new beginning. So just give yourself some time to go through that, it says. When? I don't know. Inside of my cheeks sore, incidentally. I bit my tongue yesterday as well, eating my dinner. Okay. Because a lot of people have got people here, or they're away on the mainland visiting the family, because it's one of the biggest festivals in Thailand, and people have got family visiting here as well, and there's just a lot going on because the island is very busy. The gym's shut, and I tried to get a massage yesterday, but it's shut, and things aren't happening. But a parcel from my friend arrived with some new makeup in it, and also the day before, but I didn't have time to open it, my new makeup organizers arrived as well, Perspex things. So I went through all of my stuff, and I don't know whether you can see now, it's off camera. I've got stuff that I want to give away as well that I don't use, that I kind of found better stuff for or isn't a match to me and stuff, so I'm going to give that stuff away. But it's already tidy. I feel very organised. I really like organising. Anyone else? Do you really like organising? I really like it. I've gone too fast for them. I love getting organised. And so then I organised all the stuff in my bathroom too, all my skincare stuff. And then I organised the in waiting in my all the skincare stuff that's in waiting in my kitchen, one of the kitchen cupboards too. I was on a roll. Feels good being organised. Okay, what do we need to know? So we've got acceptance and we've got imagination and wild, and then reflection. What's reflected back to us then? I feel like our vibrations have shifted. I went yesterday to go training yesterday afternoon, even though it was shut, because my friend is having surgery today. He went to Samui, 2 islands away, to the big hospital there yesterday, and he's having his surgery today, and he's anxious. I've never seen him different before. He's always been consistent. I've seen him grumpy. I've never seen him anxious before. He was anxious. His face looked different. Anyway, I'll send him another message this morning. But even though the gym was shut, one of my friends was going there anyway in case someone turned up. And he messaged me saying, are you going to go? And I said, yeah. I was watching a movie and I felt really lazy, but I thought, no, I'll go, because I feel like I'm more of an owner now. And so I went, and it turned out it was just me and her. And we had so much fun. We did training, and she taught me some techniques, more fight techniques. She's like, because if you do the training with your usual trainers, you're not ready for a fight. I said, well, I'm not going to have a fight. She said, yeah, but you need to, in case you do have a fight, street fight, you need to have these different and be faster at the different techniques. So it was fun. We had a lot of fun. Just little tweaks to what I was doing, but more reactions to if things go wrong. If I go to kick and it doesn't connect, what to do next so that I don't leave myself vulnerable. And so it was a lot of fun. Anyway, so we did that. And then she's like, okay, let's do something else. Let's do stations, some fitness stuff, because she's really into that too. And she always wants to work out with me. So we got some stuff out and did 10 different stations, and we did that. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And now we're closed until Friday. I was also talking to a couple of people yesterday about the new gym, saying I want to have a lot more classes there, not just my time. There's dance going on at the moment as well outside that I was talking to. But I want to get other fitness classes. I want it to be all classes, not other stuff. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. And my imagination has been going wild too about it all, about fight nights and how to organize it and how to have the whole the build done so that it's good and open for a gym, but it can be closed up for events and stuff like that. I love it. I'm in my element with this stuff. We've got justice out first. Okay. Justice will prevail. We just need to remain in balance. In balance. Balance ourselves, justice will prevail. Maybe not quickly, but it will. You can see it. I wonder whether it's going to show up. I've got some new lip liners and the tops fall off them really easily. And it makes a mess. The tops aren't, they're too loose. Not good. Then we've got the 2 ones. Choice of action to take. Okay, we choose the actions that we're going to take. It's our choice. We do have free will. We've got stuff that's kind of meant for us. No, not really meant for us, but like very good matches to us. We've got jobs and people and all kinds of things that are really good matches to us, places. But we still get to choose. And it's through our choices that our vibration changes as well. And then as our vibration changes, we can get moved on, right? Two wands. If any of you are worried about the choices that you're making, thinking, maybe I'm making the wrong choice because there's something destined for me and I can make a wrong choice. You can't really, because what you're doing really in your choices that you're making in your life is determining your vibration to what is coming towards you next. Libra full moon. What's the Libra full moon about? Let me find out. Libra full moon. What is that? Have I done it yet? It's on the 17th. Yes, I have done it. Your new path awaits, is what it says. My title. Okay. So, yeah, hello, Rhoda. Or Corrine, is it? So with our choices in life, it's not about getting it right or wrong. It's about we choose, and as a result of that, we either hate what we've chosen and we love it, or probably somewhere in between. Probably love it until we hate it if we're choosing well, or some people just choose what they hate, and they think that they've got no options, no other options, That's not good. But hopefully with our choices, we're trying to make better and better choices so that our vibration is rising, so that we get better and better things attracted to us. Thanks, Rhoda. And then we've got the world. So our cycles are ending, a new cycle's beginning, a new path awaits. That's in alignment with you, better alignment with you than your previous path. What else? Wheel of Fortune. We're getting good cards today. Wow. Justice, the world, Wheel of Fortune, the card of luck and destiny. So you've got a new destiny because of the choices that you've been making and the vibration that you've been taking. So that something new is going to be reflected back to you. This reflect card, it's like that, what does it say? Peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. See what's being reflected back to you now. It could be different. It's like, universe, what am I ready for now? What's a match to me now? Show me. I'd be surprised. Shifting destinies, because your vibrations change. So yeah, a lot of people that are into tarot are a little bit too into destiny kind of thing. Are they the one? Like there's the one. Well, there's the one that's a match to your vibration right now, but that's generally not what people are asking me. They're asking me, is it going to be the long-term person or whatever? There's too many of them. Can you give me one card, please? Apparently not. Can't give me one card. Keep on giving me two cards. Well, we just had the Three of Swords along with the King of Cups. And I feel like this is a similar kind of a message with these two cards, which is the Ten of Swords and the Hierophant. One nasty card, one good card. The heartbreak or the pain that we've been going through, Three of Swords or Ten of Swords, it's teaching us lessons. It's causing us to love more, as in the King of Cups. Could be being moved on from recurring lessons now. With that World card, they could be coming to a close now. That stuff that you've been going through over and over again. Anyway, it seems pretty positive to me. So back to the acceptance card, I think it's just saying like changes in the air, and we might not see it yet, or we might be seeing it yet. You might, like me, be getting think it's going this way. Maybe it's going this way. And I need to accept it, kind of thing. Could be happening for you too that way. Or you might not. You might not see it coming. Just depends, doesn't it? Depends how big your change is. Depends how much in alignment with these new path you've got up until now to be already kind of manifesting it. Will Roger's mortgage application get approved? Will it? No. Oh, let's find out why. Why not? What you resist persists, forgive self. Same reason as it didn't last time. Or the same reason that you think it's not going to. It's the thing that's worrying you. We all have that, right? There's always something that we all feel about. I hope people don't find out about that. I hope the bank doesn't find out about that. Something that maybe some shame or guilt that we've got, or just something that makes us feel like we're an idiot kid instead of an adult around money or something like that. And it's that. You're still resisting it. Now, what this is coming up with forgive self, it's saying forgive self because it's never that bad. Like we judge ourselves worse than it actually is. So the feeling of guilt that you have, that thing is like, oh my God, I hope they don't find out that I'm an idiot child instead of an adult. Otherwise, they'll never give me a mortgage. That feeling, they notice. And they don't know whether it's true or not, but they feel it. We all do. And they're like, no, I don't think we'll give it to them. And so that's why you've got forgive self here, because you've got to pay attention to that thing and forgive yourself for it and let it be okay. I tell a story sometime of when I was maxed out on my credit card. I had no money. My rent was overdue, and I was pretty sure, or I was telling myself this story, that all of the staff knew. Like, they'd all talked amongst themselves and they all knew that I was behind on rent and they're all judging me and, stuff like that. And one day I did this, forgive self. I just bit the bullet. I was like, no, I am stressing myself out with all of this. It's not getting any easier. And so I gave myself a break and I got in the pool and I relaxed and I gave myself a break and I thought my well-being is far more important than money and the rent. Far more important. So I'm going to stop beating myself up. And from that place of calm, I actually went to the reception and I said, sorry that my rent's late. And they looked at the computer screen and said, oh, is it? Oh, we didn't know. They didn't care. And they were like, not a problem. Like, take another month if you want. They didn't care. They didn't care at all. They were loving me better than I was loving myself. And it was only once I got, like, talking about what the cards came out here, what they said, talking about that kind of stuff. It was only when I got in the vicinity of how lovely they were to myself that I could get the love, that I could actually receive that loveliness from them that had always been there. They were a match to that. See, that's the stuff that's reflected back at us when we sort ourselves out. And we all have that you're an idiot kind of voice in our heads. We all have that I hope they don't find me out, that imposter syndrome. We all have that. Hey, Jenny. Yeah. So that's why you need to sort that out first, and then you'll get attracted to the loveliness of someone that will say yes. So relax. You will get it eventually. You will. You will eventually, but you've got to sort that stuff out first. And after that, I decided, I'm going to pay off all this debt because that was too stressful. What the hell was I doing that to myself for? And I just really started focusing on my business from a calm place instead of oh God, I better do a sale and get the money in for the rent and then pay the rent and then be in a lull after that because I freaked myself out so much and then do the same thing all over again the next month. That's how I'd been before that, when I was beating myself up. So once you relax, different stuff will come out. Different stuff will come out from that. Well, good luck with it. Maria, thank you. Jenny, thanks for your donation, Jenny. Janine. I had a friend at school called Janine. You need some higher self guidance. It just seems like nothing is moving, both with relationship and career. Keep getting signs to wait. Just feel like I should be doing something. Yeah. We're getting a lot of that weight. We have done for ages, though, haven't we? And I think for a lot of people, we'll see what it is for you, but I think for a lot of people is that we're, especially if you're watching me and stuff like that, we've already done the work. And so we're waiting, when other people might still be doing that work, you know. And if you get ready early, remember there's always a lag time in that manifestation too. So we change our vibration and we wait, consistently holding that vibration, which is tricky because then we start questioning ourselves. Anyway, so what's going on with Jenny? Move away and be supportive, right? You've got big change coming and your higher self wants to support you in that. It doesn't want to throw it all at you at once. It wants you to be prepared for it. It's supporting you in this. You've got big change coming. This move away is quite considerable. Cosmo. Okay, so that's more like work kind of thing. There's a big change coming for you. But there's something in the slowness that's preparing you for it in a better way. Like more, I don't know how to describe that feeling. In a more whole way. Right, imagine, I think we've all had this experience when we're a teenager. We think we can do anything, we think we're ready for anything. We've got this false sense of confidence. And I think we can all agree at whatever age you are now, you are more ready for anything that you thought that you were ready for as a teenager. And you can see how you weren't ready. It's that a more whole readiness is the reason that you're being delayed from the work changes, because it's going to be big, and your higher self wants you to be fully ready for it in a whole kind of way. There's nothing specific. It just says you're being supported in that for a bigger change, which you wouldn't want to all happen at once. And as far as relationships go, right now you're not feeling good enough for the connections that are actually a better match for you. So your vibration. So imagine your vibration as being how you feel about yourself with respect to many different areas of your life. So how you feel. So it's like a mixture of how you feel about yourself with your work, how you feel about yourself with your family, how you feel about yourself with your relationships, with respect to your relationships, how you feel about yourself with all the other things. And if you're like 4 vibrations of work and all of that kind of stuff, it's really kind of high, and this relationship one is not, you're not feeling good enough, or you're feeling like, well, maybe I don't deserve that much because there doesn't seem to be that much out there, and maybe I need to settle for what it is that I don't want. And that, if that vibration is lagging behind the rest, universe is like, it needs to catch up. Again, it's that wholeness again. I'm getting that same thing. It's that wholeness again. So my guidance for you would be to focus on the area that you think you're behind in, and to feel better about yourself in that area, to notice what you're telling yourself. We don't attract based on our wishes and stuff like that. It's a little bit of that. It's more about how much we feel we deserve it, and how we feel about ourselves with respect to that. So like I was saying before about the money, we all have that voice that's saying that we're this idiot kid. It's that stuff that needs clearing up, loving ourselves so that we're easy on ourselves, and that brings in that wholeness. So I hope. So I hope that helps. So A lot of the time, advice is about focusing on what you love and what's going well and what's in the flow. But you're getting the opposite advice to that at the moment. Focus on what feels like is lagging behind, especially about your feelings about yourself around that area. Maria, thanks for your donation. You've realised that you've been given mixed signals because of needing healing. Self-guidance, please. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. That love and have a good time. They don't need to be different. They don't need to be in different places. But they can be in different places too. So many people try and do this, and then are wondering why they don't get this. You know, it's that, I'll find a player. Why don't they love me? I'll find a player. Why don't they love me? I'll go out and find someone. Why don't they love me? It's that game. Because when this predominates, and it's not mutually exclusive, you're going to have a good time with, and you know, they can go together. It's where you're looking. It's the pool that you're looking in. The player pool. It's exciting. I just heard it's exciting. Yeah, it's natural too. Innocent love what is. Again, we've all got that. It is exciting. And it's all right too. I mean, we can have our lessons. It's okay. There's nobody judging us going, how, well, maybe you do have people judging you like this in your life, but why haven't you got a partner yet? Why have you not settled down? All of that kind of stuff. The universe isn't doing that. We're allowed to have different kinds of relationships and learn our lessons through it. So this is saying, like, don't add insult to injury by beating yourself up about it. You are becoming aware of things slowly, and that's okay. And that's okay. You're innocent. Love what is. Try and. It's tricky, I know. But yeah, definitely that message of you're looking in the wrong places at the moment. There's a mismatch there. And it could be because you're like, no, but I want to have a good time. I want that excitement. And you will get that excitement with it. But while predominant focus has been that excitement, you go into the pool that gives you that. And that tends to be a fear excitement kind of thing. You're welcome. And hope. High self-guidance in your current love situation. Okay. Thanks for your donation. Current love for hope. Ooh. Wake up, strength and courage. Okay, a bit of a test. Someone does something that we don't like, and we're going to just roll over and let them do it, or we're going to speak out about it this time. Or yeah, there's a need to step into your strength here and try something new. Try out being empowered. Try out speaking about it. A different approach than you would usually take is called for at the moment, and it's a strong one, and being courageous. That is being woken up within you at the moment. It feels like more testing than is needed. We don't have these lessons where we need to step into our strength because every relationship is going to require us to do that all the time. It's to get us so that we can do that if need be, so that we can be in a relationship that doesn't need it. It's like when I learned how to empower myself with abusers. I ended up not needing to use it. Why did I end up not needing to use it? Because my energy had changed. My energy had changed because I practiced it with my therapist. I didn't need to do it with abusers. I have tapped into it. In after that, yeah, I've had to use it, but only very occasionally. It was enough for me to do that with my therapist, to practice it with my therapist, that the abusers just didn't come near me anymore, not for a long time. The ones that I was practicing it for didn't. And because my energy had changed, and it's about that, it's the practice. And so you're getting to practice it, not because you're going to need to do it all the time, but to be able to draw on that strength and courage when you need it. Because we all need that. Yeah, we all need that. We all need to be able to do that. Ooh, you got sexual healing as well going on in your relationship too. Now, so it could be around that subject. It could be around standing up for yourself there and speaking out and being more courageous about that, waking up that side of you, being strong in that. Hope. Hope that helps. Hope. If anyone else wants a mini read, oh, I must stop the show then. If anyone else wants a mini read, then keep them coming in and I'll batch them up again. So we'll do some more tarot for the collective right now after some coffee. Okay, Book of Shadows Tarot. Interesting thing in the energy update today about empathy maybe causing problems today, because, you know, I also watched Gemstone Tara too, and her reading was about exactly the same thing. She just said it in a different way. But it was that precise message that empathy could cause problems today. I like it. I find that often there's crossover between her readings and my readings. I like that because it gives me a more rounded point of view on what the hell I was talking about, you know, because I can only ever translate it with respect to my experiences. And of course, she's doing the same thing, and just hearing it through someone else's experience and what they know about it is interesting for me. I like her. Does anyone else watch her? She's funny too. I like her. Okay, so we're starting off with the Five of Earth, which is all about the power of water over time. Water is powerful. It's more powerful than rock, but it's over time. So our power is slowly unfolding. We have to be persistent. We have to keep going. We've got to stop believing in this instant reward idea. I should be able to have it already. You know, law of attraction teachings, all the wishful thinking stuff, it pretty much is for traumatized people, that stuff. And there's a stage beyond that of maturity, of healed maturity. It's not really true, but the universe will do it to try and love you when you're in that broken state. And because we hear so much of that, because the people that are doing this kind of work are traumatized people, they're healing themselves, generally, the majority, there's still that element of, a lot of it about anyway, of you can have it right now, you can have it right now, manifest this quickly, you know, just magical thinking and you can have it. And it's like being overly positive and stuff like that. We know that it's all not true. It's like I was saying before, you know, with, who was it? I can't remember. Jonathan, who lost his job. I'm not expecting anyone to be able to go through things like that with a cheery face and, you know, going, yippee, someone dumped me. We would be inhuman. And often I find the law of attraction teachings being inhuman like that. We don't want to be unfeeling, narcissistic psychopaths, right? She just Billy Bops, yeah. She's great. Yeah, yeah. I really like her. And she's got a really interesting take on the cards as well. Yeah, I do like her style of reading. And her style of doing the videos as well. Anyway, so we've got to stop believing in that instant reward kind of thing, that we should be able to have it already, especially if you're on the healing path. I mean, it's anyone that's on I call them, it's like a bigger path, or it's a longer path. When you've got to heal yourself so much, it takes a long time, and a bigger path because it's people like you and me that do the greatest things in the world, but we only do it in our old age. Like anyone, like not even there yet. It's usually in like mid 60s that people really get into their element when it's a bigger path, and we've got to realize that and stop bugging ourselves about their time and all that. And then we've got the four. We're going backwards. The four of water. Oh no, that was earth. Five of earth. Four of water. Oh, freaky. I watched a movie yesterday and there was a well just like that. What was it called? It was something about a movie about time travel based in Cambridge in, I don't know, a long time ago. Has anyone seen it? And about kids playing around a well that was ground level like that. Anyone see that movie? It's just weird that it's the same image. Oh, it was a good movie. I watched it in 2 parts because I had to go train in the middle. Well, I chose to go training in the middle. Okay. Four of water. Healing. So I want to do I want to do more tarot community stuff. I need to do it. I've had it written down for ages to do it. I do a video, like a tag video of, and tag my favorite readers in it and getting them to do it, of a series of questions. Things like, what's your favorite tarot deck? And what's your oldest tarot deck? And what tarot deck do you really love but it doesn't work for you? And, all questions like that. I think it would be really nice for us all to do that and just to get a bit of a community thing going on YouTube. I want to do it. Four of water, healing. This is Bridget. She holds up she's the keeper of holy wells and rivers that flow with healing water. She also holds up a flame, for while most healing is soothing and cooling, are you sure? Like the waters of her well, some healing requires more aggressive actions. Sometimes things must not just be washed away. What was I just saying? But utterly destroyed in order to achieve a full healing. The application of pain may be necessary in order to alleviate pain. The Four of Water brings with it a promise of healing of some sort, emotional, physical, or perhaps of a relationship. Although there may be a bit of pain involved, the long run promises relief and smooth sailing. This Ten of Swords Hierophant, some pain to go through. We'll get what we want in the end, but we've just got to keep on making good choices for ourselves and be in it for the long term. Things are kind of fated for us, but only in that it's a match to our energy right now. Then we've got the Nine of Water, wishes, Lakshmi, abundance, beautiful. Woo, Songkran. Elephants getting involved. No elephants on this island, unfortunately. We do have a couple of horses, and we've got deer and what else? Pigs. We did have a cow. I've not seen that cow for a long time. Sometimes it would go out on the road, which would be scary. Nine of Water. Prosperity. Love it. Lakshmi is the beloved Hindu goddess of prosperity. She governs over abundance and wealth, both material and spiritual. She's known for her generosity, freely giving to all of those who would but receive her gifts. No matter how much she shares, she never runs short, for there's more than enough for everyone. There's no moral judgment about which sort of prosperity, material or spiritual, is more desirable. Lakshmi and a devotee is love and honor both. It's all energy. For one is the reflection of another. Yeah, another instance of as above, so below. So you let love in, you let more abundance in. It's the same thing. An interesting law seems to be at work with Lakshmi. It seems that she's able to give without restriction, and by doing so only increases her own prosperity and her generosity. In a symbiotic twist, she needs those to give to in order to increase her own blessings. Likewise, it would seem that we also, in order to enjoy and fully enjoy our blessings, need others with whom to share. Lakshmi seems to be teaching us that giving increases rather than lessens our prosperity. And here's the problem there, because we've got healing with it. And when we're healing, we tend to be around those that can't. And then when we try and do this generosity thing, we get in that point, which I was talking about in the energy update today, where we're just giving, and it's not reciprocal, because they're not the people. Damaged people, they're not the people to go to for giving, to receive from. They're not. So the Nine of Water promises increased prosperity, both material and spiritual, as well as others to share it with. Blessings and gifts and revelations abound as if from nowhere. Simple in response to your own generous actions and simple requests. And this is where a lot of people go wrong, is from a damaged place. I want abundance, or I want more love, or whatever, and you go for the abundance or for the love from the damaged people who can't give it, and wonder why you don't get it. And it's just this spiral. It's just looking in the wrong place. Instead of sorting ourselves out, so we get to the point that we realize I can be around different kinds of people. And I deserve that reflection. It's when we realize that we can't help the people. Anyone read my book? Which one was it? The book where I talk about the mud. Anyone know what book that is? So you're flailing around in the mud, all dirty. And you get out, you realize that you need to heal yourself. You get out of that mud and you clean yourself off. And then you go, right, now I'm clean. I'll go back into the mud. I'll go back with all those wounded people and try and sort it out. You don't. You get muddy. You're not clean anymore. And we do that cycle over and over again until we learn that we can't do that. We've just got to go to the clean people. And that makes us feel guilty because we think it's our job. So as a healer or anyone that's doing any kind of spiritual work, it's for us. It's because we need it. But then we get this misconception that it's for everyone else. And we're like, but I need to be here for everyone else. It's like the old thing that everyone that turned up in Byron Bay, moved to Byron Bay, a place full of healers, full of damaged people. Someone turns up there and you say to them, you're here to heal yourself. And they go, no, I'm here to help everyone else. Without a doubt. And then a few years later, you ask them again, here to heal yourself. Yes. And it's all about us. And so that guilt, that feeling of responsibility over being the one that is able to clean themselves up and then go back into the mud, it's not helpful. But that doesn't mean that we can't help, because I'm helping, aren't I? I'm not reaching way back to where I was a long time ago, to those kind of energies, to try and help them. I'm helping you guys in a way that doesn't deplete me at all. And it takes a long time to get to that point of being able to cleanly help and receive back from it, and have boundaries in place so that I don't get depleted by it. It is possible, but it's certainly not about I don't have relationships with and hang out with and all of that. I did for a long time, but I can't. You can't do that and do this kind of work. Anyway, someone needed to hear that. So the abundance, it is there. There's plenty there. It's just that it takes a long time, hey? The healing. The abundance is there, and it's not being held back from you, but there's something to realize about the way that it all works, especially those beliefs around we're here to help everyone, or I can't leave those people behind because it's my place to help them. We can't. We can only help those ones that are in the vicinity of us, the reflections of us, in the vicinity of your vibration. You can only help those in the vicinity of your vibration. And then the 8 of water, a lot of water. 9, 8, I'm going backwards. 8 of water. Magic and transformation. Llewllyn. She's a Welsh goddess. Prophecy, magic, death, rebirth, divine wisdom, and inspiration. It's a time of powerful change. Your intent and decisions will have long-term ramifications and will shape the directions being determined at this time. You have the power to create the transformation you seek. Similar message to above. These cards are all very powerful. Things are changing, albeit slowly. But there's a definite need to be ready to do that very fine-tuning, healing work inside of ourselves, purely about ourselves, focusing on ourselves, to be able to be ready for this change. The Maiden of Fire. Maiden of Fire lights a single candle. She gives as a gift the first spark of inspiration. Okay, Maiden of Fire, the first spark of inspiration. You could be getting a clue about the big changes that are coming up around now. But not the full shebang, not the full manifestation of it, I don't think. You could be getting initiate it. Yeah, that's the message that I got this week. Initiate it and don't be afraid of that, personally. I mean, yeah, you could be getting a clue, and it's not necessarily to do it now. It's to get yourself even more in alignment with it, as if you're about to do it. Whatever your do it is, like, is it, I don't know, a new job or a new house or a new relationship or whatever it is. I'm getting ready for something, and the inspiration is coming in, or ideas to get us aligned with it are coming in. But I feel like it's going to provoke more healing. Or just tying up those loose ends of the healing in ourselves. Or, bringing up the fears inside of us. That kind of thing. Then we've got the 6 of Water. Emotions. It's cold in here. Where's chicken? I'm gonna let chicken in. Yay. Fancy bikini. Did you ever see a fancier bikini than this? 6 of Waters. Who's she? Six of Waters. Wisdom and culture. Culture. Speaks of creative expression of feelings and thoughts in a way that helps you understand yourself better, or that allows you to develop a deeper connection with another person or other people. Channel your feelings creatively. Feelings. Channel your feelings creatively. See, this is my problem at the moment. It's the emotional stuff. It's the letting all that love in to allow me to do this. I've got my birthday coming up, my birthday party in 10 days. And the first time that anyone has put a birthday party on for me in my whole life. And it's making me very emotional. And the business is going to be the same as well. This new business, it's going to be the same too. So for me to make it okay for me to be so emotional and carry on and let it in and still be a leader, it's my next challenge, you know. It is. And your next challenge might be, I don't know, because if you're manifesting money or whatever it is you're manifesting, like I remember like when my business first started doing well and the amount of emotions that came out of me then. The first time that I like manifested $2,000 in one go, I broke down. I couldn't handle it. When we start receiving stuff, it's difficult emotionally, and it comes up. That stuff comes up because suddenly we realize what we don't really believe, that we're worth it, and that we're loved, and that as that raises up, our allowing and our receiving raises up. It's emotional because there's that deep part in ourselves called an inner child that doesn't think we're worthy of it because we didn't receive it before. So a lot of this is about not emotional communication, really, because whenever I think of emotional communication, I feel like I think of those wounded healers that try and just talk about emotions all the time to kind of rationalize emotions and talk around it, and it feels very manipulative to me, or maybe it's just been my experience, but this feels to me like carry on communicating even though you're emotional. It feels like that kind of a message. Anyway, we're going to have a richer emotional experience with whatever we're heading into, for sure. All the cups on the table here, the water on the table. Then we've got the Mother of Air flinging books around. The Mother of Air. Mother. She writes books and creates language. Yeah, it's about the communication. She builds bridges with words and ideas, helping you communicate more effectively whilst you're emotional and open. How will you cope with, how do you think you're going to cope with a very rich emotional experience of being extremely loved? Do you think that you could be able to function and communicate? It's tricky when you're receiving more love, more money, more good things. That's what this is talking about. It's about, okay, well, you've called forth the waves. You want a richer emotional experience. You want a better relationship. You want better work. You want better money, all of that kind of stuff. It comes with a richness of emotion of that you're healing. It takes your healing to a new level because it is deeper. Like this well, it's like Okay, so you think you're ready for the good stuff. You think it's your turn for the good stuff. Here you have a bit of the good stuff and then you crumple because you don't believe really deep down that you deserve it. And when it comes in, you're just like, "Ah." Is that? So the message of it taking our time, and what I was saying in one of the mini reads is about being whole first. Don't underestimate these little, it's not little at all, the inner child healing. It's big. Underpins everything. Self-love is behind everything. What chicken's doing? It's doing something in the kitchen. Okay, well, let's get a bit more practical and down to earth with the So Below deck. Can you have a crystal? I'll just see if should Maria say sorry? Yes. Yes. Who's this? Harvey Bay. Oh, I didn't win the Doctorly stuff. Oh well. So I don't know if I told you like that I've been getting my friend Donna to send me stuff that I get heavily taxed on when it's sent here from the States. And so I get it sent to her house instead, and she sends it to me in a more in a more nondescript kind of a way to try and get through customs. And so, and usually it takes 3 or 4 months for that parcel to arrive, even though it says she thinks that it's delivered in like 10 days now. It's probably about 18 days, realistically. But so this time I decided to put tracking on it, email tracking, USPS. She sends it by, so you can put your email address in and it tells you every time it's moved. And of course, this time it showed, I think it was about 18 days it took to get here, because I wanted to find out where the big delay was. Maybe it was a COVID thing and they were getting stuck somewhere, but it usually takes months. Typical. The time, or maybe it's just because it is being tracked. I don't know if they know if it's being tracked with emails and it makes them hurry up or something like that. Anyway. I'm just going to get some more coffee before I start with that deck. Hang on, I'll be right back. And I do want to, that's what chicken's doing. She's sitting by the sink in the kitchen. Hello. Hello. She likes to watch the squirrels. She doesn't like me to use the sink when she's sat there. Not giving you some milk. And you've already had your food this morning. And you've still got some there in your dish. There you go. Okay, bring this down to earth then. As in, choices of actions to make, 2 of Wands kind of stuff. A lot of it's about our inner game at the moment. We have the 4 of Swords, the card of healing. Rest, recuperation, healing. Is that what it says in this deck too? There's always work to do. Things will always need attention. Problems forever seek solutions. Luckily, this woman has learned that sometimes the best ideas come when she takes a break. Relaxing her mind allows her to connect with the divine, enjoy a moment of calm, and prepare for inspiration. Right. So we've kind of had that message already, right? That inspiration, the ideas are going to come, and the healing is more the soothing part of healing. I'm not going to worry about this. The way that I feel is more important than this. The emotions, me remaining functioning while I'm so emotional is more important than this. My emotional stability is more important than trying to find solutions at the moment. And that's when our inspiration comes in. So the more we try for change, the less it happens, because we are pushing it away. The Three of Pentacles, creativity, looks like from this card. Planning. After a flurry of activity and perhaps a little or a lot of mess, this woman's hard work and passionate vision have paid off. She's created what she intended and seems very pleased with the result. I can read, it's just this book doesn't make sense. They put the wrong words in it, so you've got to read over it. Manifesting a goal. Three of Pentacles to me is more about collaborations and other people and planning and and doing things with other people and teamwork and all of that. King of Pentacles. King. Court cards in this. King of Pentacles shares the delights and wonders of the physical generously with others. So the King of Pentacles is about being very stable and balanced in ourselves and focused on ourselves, so we've got that stability, so that we've got plenty to give to others. It's a message of don't try and give too soon before you've got that stability for yourself. It's a message of focus on yourself before you focus on others. Which is a message that came out a lot today in the energy update. Because we just don't have much to give at all when we don't do that. What else? Anyone else want a mini read? Because I feel like this message is repeating now, and I feel like we might be out of here soon. Because right now it's not letting be used from someone else's lesson become your problem. Okay, yeah, other people's lessons. And that's a sure sign, isn't it, that we're focused on other people too much. When we take their stuff on and make it about us and how did I manifest this? And it's like, no. The Six of Pentacles, there it is again, the reciprocity, very important. If someone isn't, and I said it in the energy update as well, we can't change other people's vibrations. We can't change their set point. We can't change their abundance. We can't do any of it. We can't love them beyond what they're loving themselves. We can't, because it won't work. They will always go back to where they were before. They will sabotage it. It will seem like they're sabotaging it because we cannot change anyone else's vibration. And so I noticed it because I gave a lot of money away in my 30s, early 30s. I had a lot of money, and I thought I could solve other people's problems. And what I noticed with the people that I gave to, like clearing the debt and stuff like that, all of them went back to where they were before. I might as well have just flushed my money down the toilet. It made absolutely no difference. As quick as a flash, they were back to where they were before. It didn't make a difference in their lives because I didn't affect their vibration. And we've got to realize that. We would love, wouldn't it be great if we could, but we can't. We can lead those who are doing it for themselves. We can help those that are doing it for themselves, those that are seeking to change the vibration. Can help those ones. Just kind of aiding them in that, but you can't pick out someone that's not doing that and then try and help them. It might not make a difference. And try and so it's those that are helping themselves, those that are already seeking those answers, already doing the work. Those are the people that can be helped. But even then, there's only so much you can do, because it's them that's got to change the vibration, of course. Anyway, reciprocation, Six of Pentacles. Throwing money at social problems never helps, right? And there is always that, the people will say, well, if the rich people would just share it out. Well, no, it will make no difference. It would make absolutely no difference. Six of Pentacles. It wouldn't. It would make no difference at all. People would get back to where they were as fast as could be. Fast as can be. Six of Pence. Seems that no one ever has everything they want, so deciding how to use the resources you have is important. Decisions are not always clear, and divine guidance may feel absent. Trust the universe and make your decision. Sharing material resources, prioritizing needs and wants. Hi, Mandy. Super late, Mandy. So, reciprocation. It's important. We've got to get rid of this belief that we can reach way back to the people that are really struggling and help them. I found that out by doing charity work. I found out how arrogant it was of me to think that I could possibly help. It doesn't want us to try and fix others. Yeah, it doesn't. And it's judgment. It's judgment when we do that. It's not, yeah, it's like saying, you're a problem, you're in need of help. Instead of just loving them where they're at. Then we've got justice again. Oh, yeah, because we can't change people's karma. It's another way of, predominant vibration. Same thing. Justice. We can't change people's karma. We can change our own. And when we get focused on our own, well, then we can change it, yeah. Justice, where are you? What number are you? Justice. Contrary to what some may think, justice does not imply judgment, but simple cause and effect. Cause and effect, karma, law of attraction, it's all the same thing. Everything that happens for a reason. That reason is usually a past action on our part, or past thinking on our part, or past feeling on our part. So someone with a victimhood vibe can't get past that. Well, they can. But if they keep that mindset, they're going to keep on being a victim to things. Everything happens for a reason. And only we can determine if the price paid was a bargain or a bad deal. The consequences of your actions are at hand. The consequence of your thoughts, the consequence of your vibration, the consequence of how you're feeling. So justice, we all get the reflections. We all get the reflections whether we like it or not. Other people get their reflections no matter, whether we like it or not. And that's not to say that everyone is a reflection of you that's around you. No, there's always going to be all kinds of people out there. But it's the things, it's the Things that you're incorporating into your life, let's put it that way. Things that you'll say yes to. Thanks, Mandy. Yeah, it is. It's arrogant to think that you can help people. Oh, the Ace of Chalices and the Four of Wands. Well. Ace of Chalices and the Four of Wands. So Ace of Chalices is one of my favourite cards. I'll read it in fact. It's the feeling like you're overflowing, just happy, like when you feel so loved and that it's leaking out of your eyes. A gift of divine love is offered. If it's accepted, the loving energy flows through the recipient, enhancing a life, and sometimes it comes out of your eyes. Allowing a greater flow of love through you requires you to be able to accept a greater love, to receive a greater love. And we think that we can handle it, but then when it actually happens, we break down emotionally. And that shows. So when something makes us cry, it's like we've got an emotional set point, right? We've got an upper limit and a lower limit, because maybe we started out down here. If you like suffered abuse as a child, like I did, feeling crap about yourself, and so your vibration changes when you feel better about yourself, but you're only going to a certain point, right? And then you heal yourself, and you're raising that, and you're raising that. But whenever we get near that, whenever we have a good day or receive something, we get near that upper limit there, it's too much for us. It's called upper limit. And we tend to sabotage ourselves. It's too emotionally uncomfortable for us. And so we bring ourselves down again through whatever, drinking or drugs or pushing them away, having an argument with them, or whatever it is that we do. We want to get ourselves back to our comfort level. But if we don't do that, if we try and just accept it and sit with that new emotion, even though it's leaking out of our eyes and it feels very uncomfortable, if we were like, yeah, more of this, in a short amount of time, that will become our new comfort level, and it can get better and better. That's what I've noticed. Oh man, if I was living this life that I'm living now, if I'd have moved, say, straight here from England, where I was really messed up, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. It would have been way too much for me. No way I'd be able to handle the things that I'm receiving now. Emotionally, there's just no way. So we're changing our emotional set points, another good reason to be focused on ourselves, so that love can flow through us even more. Because then, when we're overflowing like this, when there's a lot, when we can receive a lot of love, we can give some of that love out, and people are just blown away by it. They're blown away by it, and you've hardly done a thing at all, because it's coming from the overflow, but it means so much to them, as opposed to us trying to give to other people when our cup isn't overflowing and we're not feeling that good in ourselves, and it drains us, and it doesn't work for us, and all of that stuff. So you gotta love yourself first. Four of Wands. And party. Four of Wands, the card of marriage, commitment. Four of Wands. This has planned this festival for quite a while. You have planned this festival for quite a while. This festival, Sun Crown, woo! Many people working together toward a common goal is often cause of celebration. Yes. And it feels like a party. That's what excites me about the gym. I'm like, oh, that's receiving on a whole new level. I mean, I do love this business and hanging out with you guys, but the feeling that I get, I am telling you, on Monday afternoon, it was so busy at the gym, and all the staff were there. So three, me and three. Mr. Hanson was vibing so high because the people there, and he was happy as I was running the skipping and the stretch. I felt more like the owner of the place. He was watching me with a massive grin on his face because he felt it too, that I'd stepped up and taken ownership of the place. And he was loving it. And suddenly we're working together. And it was just such a great vibe. And as they're all training, the guy that runs it was having his surgery today. He came near me at the side when he was training someone else, and he's like, Claire, we need a new gym, because it wasn't big enough. It wasn't big enough for everyone that was there. And I said, I know, we need to build it right now. We need to do it right now. It was such a party atmosphere, and I love that. Like when we did fight nights too, it's just that level of a group of people all doing something together like that, and you're just feeling so full from it, and seeing my friends feeling like that as well. And it's this 4 of Wands. You've planned this festival for quite a while. Many people working together toward a common goal is often cause for celebration, especially when the event goes off without a hitch, as this one appears to have. This is celebrating the manifestation of a goal or of a happy event. It's life on a whole new level. And that's why I think the gym is, I always knew I was going to have one high, but I think it personally, this is me taking myself to the next level in doing this. Because of that teamwork stuff. Like, I knew years ago that I needed to work on my teamwork and everything, but trying to work on my teamwork was just like, because the people that I had around me was just wounded people, and I thought there was something wrong with me that I couldn't, and I wasn't like able to have that feeling, that teamwork feeling. And it's just, I wasn't with the right people yet. It was just a matter of time, right? Doing the right thing for me. And Lisa, hello. You have COVID. How relaxing. I think it's going around and around and around and around here. On Sunday I was sneezing and sniffing, but I'd only had symptoms for a day. And yeah, one of the staff as well, she was yesterday, she's like, I'm not sure if I got COVID or not. Mandy, thank you. Mandy, guidance, please. I've had a massive towel moment last week. Oh, absolutely shattered you. Okay. What is this? It's my ticket for a VIP draw. Okay. Stick that in my tickets thing then. Mandy. Yeah, I mean, there's so many people here now, but I haven't heard of like everyone dropping like flies like we did when we all got it a couple of months ago. So I think it's just going around and around and around and around and around. There's not a lot of mask wearing anymore. I don't think it even stops it anyway. I think it was better with Alpha and Delta and all of those ones, but I think it stops Omicron. We're quite happy that the tourism is so high right now, and 0 of it is Chinese. Call me racist, but I really don't like them. There's some that I do. I've got a couple of Chinese friends, but the majority of them, and it's kind of, It's different here because it's all Thai and the rest of the world and not China. Have your bed under the window. Oh, sun sleep bathing. Oh, nice. Nice break for you. Oh, grilled cheese. Oh, make me hungry. Anyway, back to Mandy. Sorry you've had a time moment, Mandy. Oh no, you got the Love What Is card. Doesn't that suck? Even worse, it says it's brilliant. What? So, when tower moments come about, it's when it's time to move on because your vibrations change, you've got better things coming. But, as I said before at the start of the show, we would be inhumane, we would be psychotic, psychopaths if we were to be able to go through these things and go, yay, straight away. There's a process to it. So when the Love What Is card comes out, it's asking you to come from a place of acceptance of, there's a reason for this. I don't know what it is yet, and it absolutely sucks right now. But something good better come of it, and it will come of it because I deserve it, It feels to me like you've got much better things coming. Well, that brilliant card, that's a lot. Wow. Brilliant and perfect communication coming. It's only a matter of time. So the universe has moved you on. There's something much better for you. And you're ready for it. And so it's removed you from a certain energy that was unbecoming to you. Unbecoming to you. You've grown out of it, that's all. And yes, in this transition phase, just ride it out, feel it. Change is always difficult, but you have brilliant and perfect communication coming, so it's coming for you. To go through this process, and it feels to me like it was the last minute kind of thing. What I mean by that is tower moments only tend to happen last minute, so it's when you're almost ready for the change. What was your massive tower moment, Mandy? Oh, there's big change happening at the moment, right? It's freezing in here. What the hell? It's 24 degrees. That's too cold for me. It's like the hottest month of the year, April. It has been heating up, but it's not enough. Do we need some love cards out? We've got a lot of emotional stuff going on in these. Oh, do Starchild Tara. Do we want more information? No, I think some love cards. Find out what's going on in relationships. Oh, I didn't do the Lenormand. Let's do the Lenormand. Changing boss. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, and you say that doesn't surprise me because I can't remember if you were here on Monday. I think it was Monday that I was talking about it. Maybe it was Friday, I don't know. Leadership is changing. And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a bit of a divide. Well, old style leaders that are bossy and, not teamwork stuff. As all of this teamwork stuff is great energies, but we're also there's going to be the flip side of that too. Where do you put the people that aren't doing the work? We put them all together. You put them all together and you let them suffer together and have a shit time together. And then you move the ones on that are ready for like a positive leader, one that's part of the team. Time to move on. It's time to move on, Mandy. Got something much better ahead. Something perfect for you. So try and love what it is. So if you're you could energetically get yourself out of there kind of thing and go, well, this isn't for me anymore. I can't put up with this. Universe, bring the next thing on now, please. So the change in the leadership thing is, because it's what I realized myself, is that before, so what's happening with the gym, as an example, is that the old owner of it is coming back here shortly. And we've worked together before, managing the place, but we're going to be the investors in it and the owners of it, the leaders in it. And my old mindset from working in corporate, which is the only time that I've really done teamwork, is that the owners are the bosses, whatever they say, go kind of thing. But now what I'm realizing is it's just another role. It's just another role. The leadership is just another role, not as special as we make it out to be. Not the narcissistic kind of thing that it's turned into. And it's just another role within the team, right? And there is a place for that. I'm good at it. I'm a leader. I'm a number one life path person. I'm a leader, and I'm good at that kind of thing. And especially leading the energy, I'm good at that. I can shift the energy in a place, and I did already. And they used to call me Yai, which means big. That was my nickname because I make things big, and I'm going to make this new gym big as well. It's my contribution. Now, you see, old me thought I didn't recognize my energetic contribution. And another thing was, I was always taught, and this has been told to me by someone that did a reading for me, and it blew my mind. I was always taught it's, as a girl, I need to try extra hard to prove myself that I'm not just a pretty face, that I've got a way more to offer than that. And this reader said to me, you weren't loved as you were. It wasn't enough for you to be a pretty face. And I'm like, no, it's not enough for me to be a pretty face. No, I've got to prove myself. And she's like, no, you don't. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. She's like, your appearance and your energy is enough. It's valuable. And that kind of blew my mind. But I do know that, like, I have a massive, especially like now, I think it's like my body and stuff, because people just, like, I get stared at all the time. And like that guy was just like, cool. You know, that he got to work out with me. He thought it was the coolest thing ever. And this is a kid too. And the kids there as well, like the smaller kids, the 8-year-olds around there, they come and watch. I know, not just in the gym, everywhere else too. I make places busy with my energy. I get it. I don't think there's an awful lot that I'll need to actually do. I'll work. But I don't think there's an awful lot that I need to do. It's my energy that is going to make that big. Ideas and stuff like that, and be in tune. But you see, old me would have gone, okay, well, if I'm taking this over, I would have tried to do it all and not let it be a team, and not recognized just how much my energy and my looks and stuff like that bring to the table. Like really owning all of me instead of going, no, when this bit isn't that important and this bit is really important. The masculine thing is really important, the feminine thing isn't, you know. No. You're welcome, Monday. Lisa, in the interim, me and my friend Joy at work say, F you in our hands, it makes us laugh. Yeah. I still an almond anyway. Weird that I forgot. We've got luck, the clover, and we've got letter. So hearing some good luck, correspondence, or like of a win or something like that. This could be a windfall kind of a thing, or getting a contract or something like that. Stars, wishes coming true. A lucky letter or correspondence or a message comes in about your wishes, and it's like a yay feeling. What else? Taurus going to the pool. Not that hunky. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like the massive built up hunks that have been here lately. Stork. Ooh, start of something new. Birth of something new. New project, new house, new job, new relationship. Commit that you're committed to. Start of a new commitment. Birth of a new commitment. Movement now. Movement forward on that. Yeah. Good. I'm just thinking, like, it's Songkran today, and I, for some reason, always on Songkran, people want to introduce me to people. That's another thing too, is that my Thai friends, when there's people staying here, important people that are staying here, they want me to meet them. They want them to meet me, and I feel like that might happen with me today. Is that I might get talking with someone who's important for this. Thanks, Lisa. There's movement anyway. Rider, more movement. I wondered whether that was going to come out. I saw that it was at the bottom of the deck. Heart, movement in the heart as well. This could be emotional movement. A change from the recurring stuff that's been going on. So that's like the world. This is like the world card saying that thing that you've been going through over and over again that's maybe been unwanted or even painful, that there's movement forward now. Don't look back. In the heart, emotionally, or in romantic relationships. So yeah, so we've got a lot of movement here. Good. Reading them down, we've got luck regarding the birth of something new. There's movement forward now. Don't look back. We've got a message here about commitment of the heart. Oh, hearing about someone, something. Are they going to tell you their feelings or their commitment of what they're looking for? Maybe. The heart's 24, which is my birthday. Stars, wishes for movement to end this recurring kind of pain. Wanting to move away from that now. Wishing for movement, wishing for things to get going now. So it feels to me like this is saying we've been wanting change for a while now. We've felt ready for it. And while we've felt ready for it, we've just been doing the inner work. And we're like, why isn't anything happening? But then we look back even a couple of months and go, wow, yeah, now I'm a different person now. There's been plenty going on in the nothing that's been going on. Nothing in the material world, much going on, but plenty inside going on to get us prepared for it. And the movement is happening now, both ways, either movement in yourself or movement in the physical. It does seem like there's ideas, if nothing else, circulating or coming in, or just emotional movement forward, ahas, that kind of thing. But it's good. Something that you're committing to. Wonder what this is. A lucky message coming in. Oh, for me, I want to meet the owner. I want to meet the owner of that land. I want to strike up a deal with them today in the festival spirit today, and some kind of a long-term deal, because it could be like sometimes they'll give like first year free or something like that of rent, or at least free while you're building on the land, and then the first year once you've done the build and you open might be cheaper than subsequent years, or whatever it is, something like that. That would be awesome for me. What would be awesome for you? It feels like this is a time to wish now for those things, for that movement forward. Something that you can commit to and move it forward, not something that gives you trepidation, not like it's funny because my friend said, Claire, buy some land and build a gym on it, and I was like, that I ain't doing that. I didn't say it, I was just like, and Mr. Handsome said straight away, she's not going to buy some land. And build on it, rent some land and build on it for a business, because the business needs to sustain itself. I'm not building a business on my own land and then trying to pay myself rent. No, I'm not doing that. Anyway, you got it straight away. It's like, that's not how it's going to happen. It's going to be a community thing with someone, as he pointed out as well, with someone who's going to support us in it, someone that is in on it too. So the old owner of where we used to be never supported us, like never. Not that they need to help out, but they at least need to be part of the team in some kind of a way, energetically, or so they, they never helped out. They were never interested in it. They were never trying to make it better. One of those kind of landlords that never make improvements, kind of thing, and don't help out to put the word out about fight nights or anything. Just not a part of it. Contradictory energy. Don't want that. I want a landowner with positive energy, that's going to contribute. Lisa, thanks for your donation. Anyway, that's what it is for me. What is it for you? In all seriousness, I feel so much better today. Like my right mind came back. Oh, that's good. Freezing. Oh, nice. Simplicity and be vulnerable. It's a nice energy. When sometimes sickness is the only time some of us will ever let ourselves be looked after by other people. It's the only time that we'll ever let ourselves be looked after, full stop. Look after ourselves and indulge in that. There's something in that. And sometimes it's the only time people will be vulnerable, as in will let anyone do anything for them when they really have to, when they need it doing. And yeah, it's that. It's when someone will only let something in if they really need it. Won't let it in if they want it. So whether it's just like allowing yourself to have time off and, like you say, be by the window, snoozing and relaxing and watching movies and just indulging, is because you feel vulnerable, kind of thing. It's like then you need it. Yeah, so there's a delight in that. Like the simple delights. It's like when it's raining and you give yourself permission to do nothing and just like eat junk food and chill out, and that nice. It comes from vulnerability, but it's not a bad vulnerability. So that this might be saying that, well, maybe you should do this more often, like when you choose to do it, and allow it more often instead of when it's just needed. And yeah, soften and open and allow. It's the same message. Yeah, well, let yourself have nice things when you want them. I watch, what's she called? Tara Lynn, doing makeup on YouTube. She's lovely. And she's funny too. And she, sometimes with the makeup, she will say, she did in a recent video, she buys a lot of lipsticks, hey? I'm just like, do I need it? No. Do I want it? Yes. And there's something delightful in someone that will step into that. It's not selfishness. You see, a lot of wounded people take that as selfishness, and they're like, oh, that person's just like wanting something because they want something and they don't need it, and it should be going to those that need it and stuff like that. And it's, well, when you get to that level of wanting things and allowing yourself to have it, and when you're allowing that for yourself, allowing yourself to have nice things and live in luxury and all of that, and making the best decisions for yourself, then you'll take delight in that in others as well. And we know that we're not doing that when we don't delight in it in others, when we see it in others. I see it in her, and she's outspoken about it too, which is delightful to me as well. Because I've known not being that. I've known that only allowing things in when I need them, justifying it. I need it, but I need it, and I'll only let it in once I really need it. Very low energy, that. So that's why it feels so good. Yeah. We know this as kids, but it gets taught out of us. All kids have that. They know what they want, and they allow themselves to have it. And they'll have a tantrum if you don't allow them to have it. But we get that taught out of us. Right? If you don't need it, you can't have it, kind of thing. By people that have got problems with themselves too. Yeah. There you go. I love these Lenormand cards. It really brightens it all up. That expect a richer emotional experience. Expect a lucky message to come in. Expect for things to be moving forward now, even if it's just ideas or the emotional stuff, ahas coming in. And the movement's going to be slow because we're like water, strong, but only over a long period of time. There's not going to be anything instant about this, but movement forward, yes. Okay, well, I am going to do a pick a card read. I'm going to record a pick a card read, and then I'm going to go and get soaked with water guns, go to a pool party. I'm going to a beach bar after that as well, to see my friends and whatever else ensues from that. And my friend wants to go dancing as well. We'll see how long I can last, because generally on Songkran I can't last. The sun goes down and I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I'm finished. The whole day partying kind of thing, I'm too old. I'm too old for it. So, thanks everyone. Yeah, and your daughter not being there to constantly interrupt, Lisa. There's something to that, isn't there? We need space from our children. We do. Our own lives matter too. We all need time to ourselves. Mums included. Mums especially. Because we tend to give more emotionally than everyone else. So, thanks everyone for coming along. Let's do this all over again on Friday. In 2 days' time. I need to pee really desperately, so I've got to get out of here. Bye. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks for all of your donations. Have a good one, and Sawadee P. Mai.